All right, y'all. So we just made it to the mall. About to go in here and pick up these UNC fives, man. Excited to get these in hand. I'm gonna walk in here and get the shoes and whatnot. Probably look around a little bit, but yeah, go ahead and grab these shoes, man. I got to the mall and my mic was actually dead, so I had to charge it a little bit. But yeah, go ahead and grab these shoes, man. And when we get back in the car, I'll actually give you a quick look at them. Then, as always, we'll go back home. We'll take the in-depth look at the shoes. So stay tuned. All right, y'all. So we're back in the car. I just picked up the UNC fives. Hopefully, I was totally shocked when I went into that Foot Locker because they switched locations. They used to be at a different spot downstairs and they moved to another store. And now it's like the kids' Foot Locker, the Foot Locker, everything is all in one. And it's a huge store. So hopefully I could give y'all an idea of how large that store is now. It was pretty spacious. They had a lot of different, kind of just empty space in there where they could put a lot more things. I'm hoping that because this store looks a lot bigger, maybe they'll get more different, more pairs, more releases, whatnot. I don't know, but I had to walk around and look at a few things, man. And those Charlotte Hornet shorts in there, I might have to get those. I like those shorts. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at these UNC 5s. Trying to get these out here. 1 second. Okay. There's the box, but we'll look at all that stuff when we get back to the house. I just wanted to give y'all a quick look at the shoe, and we'll talk about the box and everything else. Oh man, trying to get this stuff out. Okay, there we go. There we go, y'all. UNC fives, man. Drop your comments down below. Let me know your initial thoughts. Oh man, the suede is actually pretty nice on these. Really, really nice. I'm seeing a couple wrinkles on my shoe already. I can tell these are gonna not, look at that. They are not gonna crease well. I don't really care, whatever. I just saw it, I figured I'd call it out. But there it is, y'all, UNC 5. Stay tuned. When we get back to the house, we'll take an in-depth look at this shoe. So don't go anywhere. I'll see y'all in a little bit. All right, y'all, so I'm finally back at home. Let's go ahead and take an up-close look at the Jordan 5 UNC. All right, y'all, so let's go ahead and get started with the box. So you got your typical Jordan 5 box here, black box with your UNC University blue, or whatever, I'm gonna call it UNC blue right here on top of the box, okay? Now, I really like this. My only complaint about the box is, they went with the cement print is normal, but they've got the University blue color there. It's a nice touch. I kind of wish that the cement print was just a normal color and the top of the box was like University blue or something. That would have been better for me. But either way, it don't really matter. Here's a look at the actual size tag information right there. I picked this up in the US men's size 9.5, and we will talk about sizing and everything a little bit later, because for this one, I feel like the sizing with other Jordan 5s, it feels a little bit different on my foot, and I'll explain later. So, but one quick thing. For this, you do have your typical cement paper. There's nothing else in here, so what you would always expect with the Jordan 5s. Now, let's get into it, y'all. Here we have it. The Jordan 5. UNC. Drop your comments down below, the University Blue. Let me know what y'all think about it, man. I'm actually really happy to have this one in hand. Now that I have it here, I don't regret the purchase at all. Very rarely does that happen. You know, sometimes you get a shoe, you're like, yeah, okay, looks cool. You know, but this one, I really like. They feel good on feet and all that stuff. And we're gonna go ahead and get right into the review right now. They're pretty much the same, each shoe. Maybe like one difference or so, but I'll show you those later. So let's go ahead and start. Now, the shoe obviously has, the upper is entirely made up of this kind of suede or kind of nubuck upper on it. And one thing I will say about it is that it is really soft. I mean, I don't have too many like suede, you know, shoes, but this has a very soft touch to it. I really like it. And of course, it's University Blue, right? You've also got that kind of typical Jordan 5 kind of translucent cage right here. And you got a black midsole there with your white kind of like, you know, pattern right here in your Jordan 5, shark teeth or whatever people call it. And you've got some Carolina blue paint speckles there. There's a close-up look at it for you. All right. And as you can see there, you do have your typical visible air unit right here, and it is in like white. There's no University Blue in there. So overall, pretty happy with the shoe. No complaints from me about it. Let's go ahead and move around to the actual toe box of the shoe. There's a better look at it right there. And as you move up, you have the flat UNC laces right here. And it does not come with any extra laces. And you do have this kind of lace lock here, and it's in like the University Blue. And it does have, you know, a University Blue, or like kind of, it looks like it's a little bit darker blue lace lock piece right there. And it has like a white Jumpman on. Let me get some of these laces out of the way. Hopefully maybe you can see it a little better. But there you go. I don't know if you'll be able to see. Yeah, you can see the little lace lock, the little Jordan symbol right there in white. But yeah, you know, typical lace lock in your University Blue. Now on the tongue, you do have the 3M tongue there with a black Jumpman symbol. All right, now I mentioned the difference between the shoes. Speaking of the tongue, we're gonna look behind it right now. On the left shoe, you do have the word soul on the inside. Soul, no, it's kind of reversed, but there you go. Soul, and on the right shoe, you have heart. So heart and soul on the shoe. So the right shoe, you have heart. So that's pretty much the only difference between the two shoes. The different terms or words on the back of the actual tongue of the shoe. And if you notice, you have this kind of like mesh material on the back of the tongue as well as on the inside liner of the ankle collar. And it feels pretty soft. Now, I think this is one of all of the university shoes that have been dropping. So you had this one, you also had like, I think a Michigan pair, you have an Oregon pair, which I do have the Oregon pair. I've never worn it, should probably get rid of it by now. And then this one, there's I think a couple other pairs too as well. So just wanted to go ahead and, you know, mention that. But yeah, I do think it feels pretty good on your foot once you get your foot in here with this kind of mesh material in here. And that material is also present on the insole there in University Blue with a white Jumpman symbol. Hopefully you can see that in there. All right, cool. Now let's do a quick look at the medial side. You guessed it, same thing, y'all. Nothing different here. Just want to give you a look at it. Okay, now let's take a look at the heel, which is what I really like about these shoes. I know a lot of people don't like this patch, but I actually love this patch because it reminds me of those old 90s basketball jersey tags that used to be on shoes. I think it used to have like a Nike symbol there and whatnot. So that's what it reminds me of. And I like this right here. I feel like if this had a Jumpman on it, I don't think it would have looked right. I wouldn't. I personally don't. I like the Jumpman on certain shoes, but I prefer Nike Air. And on certain, sometimes the Jumpman looks okay, like I said. But on this one, I feel like they made the right call with that kind of Jordan tag there, team tag. It says quality products inspired by the greatest basketball player ever. There's a look at it for you. Okay, really like that tag. No complaints from me there. Now let's take a look at the actual outsole of the shoe. Now there you go. You got your kind of translucent outsole there, kind of icy blue outsole, Jumpman symbol, Jordan right there in the middle. Now they all kind of got a few scrapes on. I did try these on for the on feet and everything. So, but yeah, typical Jordan 5 outsole. Now that would be about all for the Jordan 5 UNC. Now, Before we get on feet, I like to give you my final thoughts on the shoe. We'll talk about sizing and all that good stuff. Now, final thoughts on the shoe. So, for this one, do I think it's a must pick up? I'm going to say, for most people, I have to be honest, I think most people it's a no. And I think that's because of the price point, and the Jordan 5 doesn't seem, it's a very popular Jordan model, what I will say. But a lot of people, I think, for whatever reason, you know, people, they ride those waves. They're on the wave of the Jordan 4 right now, blah, 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 blah. But I still think that, like, they just aren't feeling the Jordan 5, and that combination of the $225 price point is not helping the situation at all. Nike, it's time to lower the prices. Do you hear me? I'm trying to help you. Ain't nobody buying all these shoes at these prices. But anyway, so I think, you know, for most people probably no. Even for me, like, when I didn't get the in-store reservation at DSG, I kind of was like, you know what? As the days got closer and closer, I was like, I don't really need these shoes. I was about to just say whatever. But then I was waitlisted on the Flex app, Foot Locker Flex. And then I was promoted from the wait list to, I actually was able to confirm the pair, so I picked them up. So with that being said, I was able to go get them retail, easy, walk in the store. That's what it's about. That's what I prefer. So I'm happy to have this in hand, but I do understand why some people may have passed on this shoe. I don't blame you. That price point is just not it. So now for the sizing, I did mention earlier in the video that for me, I feel like this shoe is a little bit different. Now I have a slightly wide foot. I have pretty much a medium to like slightly wide foot. And in the DJ Khaled 5 Crimson Bliss that dropped last year, I picked those up in a 9. I was a little bit worried about that, but they turned out to be perfectly fine. Now, if I remember correctly, that is a leather shoe. Yeah, it's leather. And sometimes when I get suede shoes, they fit a little bit tighter, mostly in this area right here for some reason. So I went with a 9.5, and I was a little bit nervous because that DJ Khaled shoe, that size 9 fits, and it's just a little bit room in there. So that shoe, the Jordan 5 fits a little bit big sometimes is what I'm trying to say. So in this one, I went with my half size up, which is a size 9.5, and they fit great. No heel slippage, nothing at all. I was kind of worried they would be too big, but they fit amazing, and I like it. And like I mentioned earlier, they fit about like a 9 does in my opinion. They don't fit too big on me at all. And once you put your foot in here, the comfort around the ankle and the tongue with all this kind of like mesh right here, it feels really nice around your foot. I can't lie. And it's also, like I mentioned, on the actual insole there. So it does feel good once you get the shoe on your foot, and I have no complaints. So for the sizing, you could go true to size, but if you have to go a half size up, it's not a problem. They'll still fit just fine. At least on my foot they do. Now, that will be about all, guys, for the Jordan 5 UNC. Comment down below and let me know what you guys think. Did you pick these up? How you feel about this colorway? How do you feel about the Jordan 5 model in general? I just want to know if you picked this up, and if you didn't pick it up, why? Is it the price? Is it the colorway? Is it the Jordan 5 model? Just want to know. Now, as far as like, you know, there have been several UNC colorways of different shoes. We had the Jordan 4, the 3, the 6, the 5. I think there was a Jordan 1 as well. But I always forget about the Jordan 1 for some reason. So to me, it's the 3, 4, 5, and 6. Out of those, I'd have to rank, you know, I now have the 5, the 6, and the 5, the 6, and the 3. Yeah. Out of those, and including the 4, I don't have the 4 though. I'd probably have to say when I see that Jordan 4 in pictures on feet, that looks the best, like they are fire. I don't have that shoe. I always, you know, wish I had it, but I'm not paying resale for it. So I think the Jordan 4 is probably like the way it looks is my favorite. Then I gotta go with that Jordan, probably the Jordan 3 because it's more wearable. Then the Jordan 6. I think the Jordan 6, as far as like the color blocking, is the best out of all the shoes, period. Because most of them have too much Carolina blue or not enough, like on the Jordan 1, I'm sorry, on the Jordan 3s. So for me, it's like the 4, then the 3, then the 6, and then the 5. I still like this 5, I really do like it. But sometimes I wish there wasn't as much university blue, like they did something a little bit different. Oh, almost forgot, speaking of that, this didn't come with extra laces, but I saw some images online. I might throw some white laces in there. I think I never switch my laces out because I just don't feel like doing it, to be honest with y'all. I don't like swapping laces. I don't even like lacing the shoes up. You know how Jordan 1s come unlaced? Nike, please lace those shoes up. I don't care how they came in 1985. Lace them shoes up. Anybody got time to be lacing shoes? But anyway, like I was saying, I want to put white laces in these. I think that might look good. But that's about all from me, guys. Thank you for watching. If you tuned into the live this morning, thank you for dropping by. I was live this morning for the Jordan 5 release. Looked like a good amount of people actually got pairs, so that's always good. I'm thinking about going live next week for the Jordan 3 Reimagined. I might do that, so just let me know if you guys will be interested in that. Again, thank you for all the support. Drop a like on the video, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you get notified when I drop new videos. Thanks again, and I will see you next time.